students do we have here? You guys are excited about school starting up? Everybody was saying yes except this one guy over here. Just shaking his head. Come on, man. It's going to be great. Well, I am glad we've got some students here because I came to Columbus today to talk about what most of the students here are doing every day. Your education is the single most important investment that you can make in your future. And I'm proud of all the students who are here doing what it takes to make that investment. The long hours in the library, except for this guy. You know, working in the lab, being in the classroom, even when your classes start a little earlier than you had planned. Because your education's never been more important. The degree that you earn from this university is the surest path that you will have to a good job and to higher earnings. It's the best tool you'll have to achieve what is the core promise of this country. The idea that if you work hard, your work will be rewarded. The basic bargain that says if you're willing to put in the effort, you can do well enough to raise a family, have a home that you call your own, have some security, put a little away for retirement, and most importantly, make sure that your children, your grandchildren, can do even better and dream even bigger than you did. That's the hope that your parents had for you. That's the hope I have for Malia and Sasha. That's the hope that you'll someday have for your own kids. But here's the thing.
Hey man, everything good.
This is about more than just your own success.
The audio's kind of low.
Now more than ever, your success is America's success. Because when we invest in your future, we're investing in America's future. The fact is that countries that out-educate us today, they'll be able to out-compete us tomorrow.
Right.
Businesses are mobile in the 21st century economy. They can locate anywhere. So they're going to create jobs and they're going to hire wherever they find the best educated, most highly skilled workers. And I don't want them to have to look any further than right here in Columbus, right here in Ohio, right here in the United States of America. And because the economy's changed, over the coming decade, more than half of new jobs will require some form of higher education. It may not be a four-year college degree, but you're going to need to have gone to a community college or a technical school to get the skills you need to get hired. And this is not breaking news to any of you. What's also not breaking news is the fact that higher education has gotten a lot harder to afford. It's gotten more expensive. Over the past 2 years, over the past 2 decades, tuition and fees at America's colleges have more than doubled. The average student who borrows to pay for college now graduates with about $26,000 worth of student loan debt. Well, that sounds low to you? I just said the average. For a lot of young people, that's a lot higher. And that kind of debt means pretty tough choices when you're first starting out. It might mean putting off starting a family or buying a home, or putting off chasing that great idea that you've got for a small business. When a big chunk of each paycheck goes towards paying off your loan debt, that's not just tough for middle-class families that are trying to make it and young people who are trying to get started. It's also painful for the entire economy because that means that money you might be spending on buying a new home or doing something else with it, you know, it's going to that check that you're writing. every single month. It's not going to the local business. And I have to say, this is something Michelle and I know firsthand about. I'm not speculating on this because we've been in your shoes. Neither of us came from wealthy families. Both of us graduated from college and law school with a mountain of debt. When we married, we got poor together. We combined our liabilities into one big liability. We paid more for our student loans than we paid on our mortgage each month. And that went on for years. And then once we had Millie and Sasha, we needed to start saving for their college educations, but we were still paying off our college education. Now keep in mind, we were lucky enough to land good jobs, we had steady incomes, but we did not finish paying off our student loans until about 8 years ago. Think about that. I got an education that worked out pretty good. But the point I'm making is I'm only standing before you because of the chance that my education gave me. So I can tell you with some experience that making higher education more affordable for our young people, it's something I've got a personal stake in. It's something that Michelle has a personal stake in. We believe in it because we've been there and we know that unless you provide those rungs on the ladder of opportunity, young people who are more talented than we are may not get a shot. That's why I've made it the top priority of my presidency. And Ohio, that is something that